You're measuring wrong. Everyone who asks if life is fair is using the wrong measuring stick. That's why the answer has never made sense. Until now, I need to tell you something most people would never dare say out loud. From where I stand, life is fair. Not fair, as in, everyone gets the same. Fair as in, nothing is random, and nothing is wasted. But it's not the kind of fairness you were taught to expect. And when you understand what I'm about to tell you, a lot of what's happened to you will start to feel different. Here's what humans don't understand about fairness. You think fair means everyone gets the same things, same opportunities, same challenges, same rewards. But that would be the cruelest thing I could do to you. Imagine if I gave a fish and a bird the exact same gift. Wings. Fair, right? Everyone gets wings, except the fish drowns in the sky it was never meant to fly in. You want to know what's actually fair? Every single soul lives inside the exact kind of pressure it needs to reveal what's inside it. Enough to awaken you, never meant to be meaningless. The person who seems to have an easy life? They're learning lessons that require ease. Maybe they're learning to find meaning without chaos. Maybe they're discovering that comfort can be its own prison. The person whose life is constant hardship, they're becoming something that can only be forged in fire. But before I take you higher, I need to say this clearly. From where you stand, some things will never feel fair. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to grieve. Your pain is real, and it matters. Now, here's a way to see your life that you've probably never considered. You want to know one sign that there is more strength in you than you think? You're still here. Think about that. Every single thing that tried to break you met a part of you that survived it. Maybe barely, maybe scarred, but still breathing. That relationship that shattered you, it broke you along fault lines that were already weakened. Any deeper, and you might not be here. Any less, and you might never have seen what needed healing. That loss that brought you to your knees, there is a version of you that can stand again. Maybe not today, maybe not soon, but it exists. You've survived more than you ever thought you could. You keep saying, "This is too much," and then somehow, the proof of your capacity is that you've made it to this moment. But what about the people who didn't make it? From where you are, their story feels brutally unfinished. From where I am, no life is wasted. No time is meaningless. Their presence left fingerprints on the world, on you, that are still rippling outward right now. You feel that, don't you? Here's what's going to mess with your head. The unfairness you see is often fairness in disguise. Not fairness as in, you deserved this. Fairness as in, nothing in your story is useless. Even the parts you wish never happened can be turned into power, compassion, and wisdom. Let me show you. You know why some people are born into wealth and others into poverty? Not because I love some more and others less, but because each soul is walking through different lessons, different medicine. The soul born into wealth might be learning that having everything is the hardest prison to escape. They're learning that golden cages are still cages. That's their challenge. The soul born into poverty might be discovering they are the wealth, that they can create from nothing. That's their challenge. If everyone was born into the same circumstances, that would be the ultimate unfairness, because a soul that needs to learn power would be trapped in powerlessness. A soul that needs to learn humility would never find it. A soul that needs to discover its own strength would never have anything to push against. The unfairness, you see, is often personalized training, customized challenge, bespoke difficulty designed for what your soul is capable of becoming. And hear this clearly. That does not mean systems of injustice should be accepted. I did not give you cruelty so you would tolerate it. I gave you each other so you could change what's broken, lift those who are suffering, and heal the world. Your responsibility is to respond to unfairness with courage and compassion. My responsibility is to make sure no pain is wasted in the long story of a soul. You want to know the real reason you think life is unfair? Because you're comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Your chapter 3 to their chapter 30. Your Monday to their Friday. But even worse, you're comparing your inside to their outside. You know every single battle you're fighting. Every doubt, every fear, every late-night breakdown. Nobody sees. But when you look at others, you only see what they show you. You don't see them crying in their car. You don't hear their 3 a.m. prayers. You don't know what they traded for what they have. If you could see what I see, if you could watch the full story of every person you think has it better, you would never trade places, not with a single one. Because their fairness comes bundled with their struggles. Their gifts come with their ghosts. And if you had their life, you'd also have their pain. All of it. The parts you can't see. Still want to trade? Here's what will finally make things click. Life is not just happening to you. Life is in constant conversation with you. Every choice you make sends a signal. Every signal draws a response. Not always the one you want, but always one you can use. When you're ready for the next lesson, it appears. Too early, and you'd miss it. Too late, and you'd no longer need it. That person who broke your heart, they showed up at the exact moment you were open enough and unguarded enough to learn the truth they carried, even through their damage. That opportunity you lost, it left when its purpose in your life was complete. What you called losing everything was often a graduation you couldn't recognize yet. A door closing after it had taught you all it could. Every single thing in your life arrives and leaves inside a larger timing than you can see right now. The unfairness you feel is partly the pain of not seeing the whole timeline yet. But one day, you will look back and see that some of the worst moments were precise turning points. Not fair by human standards, but not meaningless either. You want to know how I know there is a deeper fairness at work? Because of what you do when you think no one's watching. When life feels unfair to you, you still help others. You become more compassionate, not less. You become more generous, not more cruel. If existence were truly random and pointless, if there were no deeper balance, you would eventually give up on kindness. But you don't. You know what that tells me? Deep down, underneath your anger and confusion, you sense that goodness matters. That what you give out does echo back, even if not on the schedule you wanted, or in the currency you expected. Here's the truth that will set you free. From your vantage point, life often looks unfair. From mine, nothing is outside the story. You're asking if this day is fair. I'm looking at a lifetime. You're asking if this lifetime is fair. I'm holding a tapestry that stretches beyond what you can remember. The unfairness you see is incomplete information. It's judging the ocean by one wave. It's judging the symphony by a single note. It's judging the painting while the artist is still holding the brush. When you understand this, you stop demanding that life prove itself to you in every moment. You start allowing the bigger pattern to emerge. You start trusting that some answers only arrive with time. And with distance, so is life fair. On the scale that matters most, yes. Quietly, relentlessly, mysteriously fair. You just haven't zoomed out far enough yet to see it. But you will. I promise you, you will. And when you finally see it, when you finally understand why everything unfolded exactly as it did, you may find you wouldn't want to change a single thing. Not even the parts that hurt the most. Maybe. Especially not the parts that hurt the most.